All right. Great Friday morning. We have made it here to the weekend, and it has been an awesome week, but a trying week, and it's been a buyer's dream this week in the crypto market. So, coming to you live from Tennessee. Dirty Jersey's in the house with us with Peter, and coming from the Sunshine State is Mr. Fells. So, guys, what it be?
Hey, we got a guest today, huh? We got a guest this morning on Country Boys and Crypto. Mr. Live himself, coming from New Jersey, Peter O'Hannon. How's it doing this morning, my brother?
It's doing well, man. Crazy times we have with the market, but yeah, doing well.
You staying warm in Jersey?
Warm? Yeah. I know you are.
Well, I mean, no, it's kind of cold here today, guys. It's 45 degrees today.
Yeah,
that's cold.
That is cold for Florida.
But guess what? It's only going to last till about 11 o'clock, so it'll be 70 something by the end of the day. But that's the beauty of Florida. As my face keeps going out like a hologram here, I'm just gonna call myself Crypto Hologram Will. But
you're the invisible man.
We're excited, guys, to have Mr. Live himself on here today. And my man, we're coming here today with Country Boys and Crypto. We're not gonna keep you long this morning, but man, a lot of things going on in the space. I'm gonna share my screen. A lot of things going on in the space, man, keeping us updated. It's been a crazy day, 2 days in the crypto space, man. I mean, from GameStop to all that, to Robinhood to, Dogecoin, and now Bitcoin with Elon Musk and Grayscale listing Cardano, man, Coinbase IPO. And we're going to get a chance at the end here for Mr. Live to kind of share with us a coin that we think, or that he believes is going to be making some gains that our customers should know about. And it is an affordable coin that you may want to look at. And so, Dwight, my man, read them their rights.
Man, read them their rights. Hey, guys, we are not financial advisors. Anything that we discuss is truly speculation, and we give our opinion. We're not crypto experts. Education is the key in this space. Educate yourself on this space as much as possible. 3, you want to get a return on your investment as quick as possible. And 4th and final, never invest more than you can afford to lose, because you can get wrecked. Let's go.
All right, and the market cap this morning, $1 trillion, sorry, up 12.6%. Bitcoin's dominant, sitting at 63.9%. That's up from yesterday, but Bitcoin is running. And we're going to talk about why we think it's running now. Bitcoin sitting at 36,941 cents, down, up 15% in the last 24 hours. Ethereum, $1,388, up 2.9%. Polkadot, $17, down 1.5%. Cardano, 35 cents, up 3.8% in the last hour. Chainlink, 23.56, down 1.5%. Litecoin, $140, up 7.9%. Bitcoin Cash, $422, up 7.1%. Stellar, still in the show, 20% in the last 24 hours. Dogecoin, coming up at the number 11 spot, up 218% in the last 24 hours. This is bananas. I want you to see this on the graph. Look at this thing. I mean, it went straight parabolic. Wait, let's go. Can we go back to the chart? I wish I could bring up. We're not chart guys. I saw this yesterday. Let me see. How can I get this to? I want to show you guys how this thing went straight up. It was like a rocket ship taking off. I mean, you're looking at this part right here. I mean, it went straight parabolic yesterday. And if you would have been looking at it at the time that it happened, it was like What in the world is going on? Well, we know what was going on. Wall Street Bets, Reddit, and basically said, and TikTok, they've combined. And Twitter was going crazy yesterday. Dogecoin to $1. Dogecoin to $1. Now, guys, I think this is $1 may be impossible. I'm not saying impossible, but it is a stretch. It's going to be a fight to get this thing to $1. But there's going to be a lot of profits to make in it. There's going to be a lot of money to make for those that got in earlier enough. Now, if you're coming in out on the top of this thing, you better be careful because you could get wrecked. You could get wrecked. There's two reasons why you could get wrecked. Number one, there may not be a seller for it. A buyer for what you're selling. Number two, if it starts tanking or going down, you may not be able to get rid of it fast enough. And what's happening is a lot of these guys are buying and holding, and they're being stalked about holding. But this is freaking bananas. This is what's been going on in the space the last couple of days. Now, some guys are getting a little touchy about this, right? And this becoming more speculative trading than investment. Are people are really investing? Or are they just speculative and throwing money at the wind? It's like a casino. What's your thoughts on this?
On which one? Doge?
No, the comment of like, even Mark Cuban said yesterday that the markets both have become more like a speculative thing versus investing. People are just speculating and they're not in.
I don't.
Should they have to hold their coin for 30 days or hold their stock for 30 days?
Ain't nobody paying Mark Cuban no attention on that shit. I mean, Mark Cuban, I tell you what, he's looking out for that comment right there is set up basically looking out for his big friends or whoever his other billionaire hedge fund friends are. They're making money every day, every hour while screwing the small people, just as they tried to do with this GameStop. So he's basically wanting you to have to, if you buy something for the small man to attempt to win, which that's what the small people are doing. They're trying to play the same game as the stockholders play every day on the floor and sell off and make profits. And that's nothing different than we see what's going on the floor every morning at the opening time and the closing of the bell. But now they want to say, okay, since the small people have won this time around and made money and came out on top, which is very rare. When we came out on top on a situation where the big guys intended, and hear me out, they intended to screw the small guys, and it backfired on them. So now all of a sudden, this big billionaire who comes out and says, well, we should, if you do it, you should be able to hold your stuff for 30 days. Well, hell, look how much money they're going to make in 30 days, and look how many of us they can screw in 30-day time period. So that's where I would come back off and say to Mr. Cuban, how many of these billionaires do you see buying tickets to your damn basketball games every day? That's what I want to know. That's the question I want to know. I would ask that, because if I was a small person with that little comment and that little mindset, I would hit him. If I was Reddit, I'd get on Reddit and hit him in his damn pocketbook and see how many people you don't have at the arena there. So, because obviously that comment right there is basically pro the big crooks, and it's against the little man trying to get ahead. So no, I don't listen to nothing he has to say about it. Everybody know what this market's doing, and it's kind of funny he say that, but you got Blackstone and Grayscale and everybody else in this market. So you think they're just in here speculating? Well, hell no.
Awesome. Now, and also, I think, isn't it all speculation? I mean, because they're going to get information about a company. They get information about what's going on with the insides of the company. They get information about the people they're investing in. And it's a speculative bet anyway. All of it is, because you're speculating on how well this company could potentially do based upon gains, based upon what the market says about them, based upon what people are saying. And whether you want to hold that long term or not, that's up to the person. But I mean, people don't. Yeah, I agree with you. Now, guys, Bitcoin's up Bitcoin shot up 15% last night. Look at this spike right here. 15%. It went up from $32,152 last night to $37,000 last night. I mean, it shot up fast. Man, that was in a matter of, look at this. Guys, look at this. At 3:30 a.m., it was $32,119. 32,000. At 3:33 a.m., 4:30, it was 37,000. So in an hour, it went up $5,000. Man, that's crazy. That's crazy. And we're going to jump into what we think happened and what people around the space saying has happened. And so we'll jump into our first article. That comes with our first article here. Bitcoin surges. So I'll stop. Yeah, Bitcoin surges. Our first article, and it basically goes into what people are saying. The reason that it's shot up like that.
All right, can you see that right there?
Oh, thank you guys for joining Country Boys and Crypto. And guys, we need you to help our channel by hitting the thumbs up button, then subscribing, bell button so you know when we're going live, and then share it with your friends. Again, thumbs up button, subscribe, bell button, share. All righty, my friend.
All right, yeah. Also,
and if you have any questions, guys, don't hesitate to ask.
Check us out at www.southeaststaking.io. That is www.southeaststaking.io. That is our Cardano ADA staking pool. So let's go ahead and get in this first article. Bitcoin surges to 37,000 after Elon Musk adds crypto to Twitter bio. Is Musk just teasing the crypto community again? Bitcoin witnessed a sudden double-digit spike in 10 days highs on Friday. The top cryptocurrency picked up a bid near 32,000 at around 8:30 and jumped to 37,050 to the highest since January 19, according to CoinDesk 20 data. The 15.7% rise happened in less than 15 minutes and more than reversed the early dip from 34.4 to 32,000. While the exact reason for the bullish move is hard to define, prices surged after Tesla and SpaceX CEO Elon Musk changed his Twitter bio to mention the cryptocurrency, while the Bitcoin 16.66% community is keen for Musk to come out as a supporter. He seemingly enjoys dropping crypto mentions as something of a tease. So I don't know. I mean, do you think he's teasing? I mean, Elon Musk is he's been involved in it and in the crypto space since.
Who knows? But let me tell you, I who knows? But I bet he has a bag. I bet he got some. I bet he got. No doubt about it. He may not tell you, but I mean, maybe he needs a billionaire. But I mean, it doesn't really have to. No, but I think he does. No, he may got a couple of Bitcoin sitting over there. I mean, I don't know. But it's funny how the price shot up when he did that, and I wonder how many people really go to buy Bitcoin when they see that. I mean, but how many followers does he have on Twitter? He has like 5 million or something like that.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I mean, he has a lot of followers on Twitter, and when you go change, that and put that Bitcoin signal on there, that's huge.
Want to hear something funny? My can you guys hear me? Okay.
Yeah, we can hear
driving through a rough patch. All right. So
Yeah.
I was talking to my friend who's a doctor the other day, and I was like, hey, just out of curiosity, did you buy any Bitcoin? And he's like, you know what? I finally took the plunge. And I'm like, oh, like he must have bought it at 20 grand. You know what he did? He got a tip from a friend, not me, someone else, and he bought it. He bought 20 Bitcoin at $3,600.
Whoa.
Yeah. Hey, Willie, I think he got that dip that he bought in that dip that you missed out on.
He did. He did that. I'm shooting myself in the foot for. He bought 20 Bitcoin at $3,600. Wow. So are you telling us, let's go, 20 Bitcoin at $3,600 times $36,000, he has $720,000. Wow. Wow. And he only paid 7,000.
No, he
Wait,
paid.
no, 26
No,
times
he
3,600.
yeah, you say he bought 20, right?
30,
He pays
he did 3,600.
I mean, he paid $72,000
$72,000.
$72,000 worth
He
of
paid
Bitcoin.
$72,000.
Yeah.
Wow. And guys, that's in a year. His investment in a year went from $72,000 to $720,000.
Wow.
Think about that. Think about that. And it's always funny to me how the Bitcoin price does jump when Elon Musk kind of talks about it. Should one man have that much power? but that's the markets are emotion. The markets are about that's how it works, guys. If just like Walmart start, if something positive comes out from Walmart, or hey, Walmart's going to be doing this and this that people like, or Walmart's numbers are very up, what happens with the price? It goes up, right?
Yep.
So I mean, that's no different than any market. That's not different than anything. And sometimes people use this to criticize the space because there's other people that use it to try to dump the market or send it the other way. But I mean, that's how both markets work. I mean, that's how it works. And so, sometimes I was like, "What could one man have so much power?" But I mean, that's the way it works. And if I tweet about Bitcoin, I could put a Bitcoin symbol up on Facebook. Guess how far the price is going to go up?
I say probably might go down.
Dang, you're probably right. You're probably right. It may even go down.
It might go down, Phil. I don't know. Somebody might, what the hell
Yeah. Oh shit, wheels on it. I'm selling this shit. I'm selling this crap. Oh man, this can't be worth anything. It's going down, guys. Okay, the Bitcoin's party over, guys. Going to zero. It's done. It's over. All right. So that's I mean, that's the one of the reasons to search it. But I think also, guys, what happened yesterday with the company shutting the traders off from being able to buy and sell their crypto, their stock. And then at one point they could just sell, but they couldn't buy. I think that was a real win for the crypto space as we begin to show people that the market was on full display yesterday on how rigged it is. And that is another, thumbs up, if you will, or push that cryptocurrency and digital currency and decentralized currency, decentralized platforms, for instance, is the future and should be the future.
Yeah.
Because the people should not have to be protected, if you will, from the billionaires. Why does the billionaires get to protect the people? We're going to protect the people from themselves. But at the same time, the people should pull themselves up by their bootstraps. The people should invest their money. The people should take control of their own finances. Well, if I'm taking control of my finances and then you protect me from me, okay, mom, dad. Now, the CEO of this particular company came out and said that it was because of the market being overbought, if you will. And hey, who knows how true it is? Who knows they have SEC guidelines and that kind of things, but I mean, it just seemed kind of fishy. That's all I'm saying. But hey, this made an extensive push for this space and the digital decentralized cryptocurrency space. and it's inedible now.
Oh yeah, it did, man. Like I said, I mean, this
And
right here.
to say that Bitcoin would go anything less than 100,000. Go ahead.
No, I mean that it did. It made mark. I mean, you look at all the headlines everywhere. I mean, you got everybody just fuel. I mean, they're just raving over what has been done to the American society when it comes to this right here, and it's not right. And that's exactly what we talk about. And you know, when you hear us on here talking about crooks of America and all these big banks, that is exactly what we're talking about. We're talking about, you know, being able to create a financial freedom to get away from crooks like this, people who are doing things like this. And that's what's wrong about it. I mean, you got people, like I said, we can go on about it all day long, but I mean, everybody recognized it. I mean, that was one of the most top trending things yesterday, as far as social media, even dominated the news the day before and yesterday. But you know, it is what it is.
All right. Yeah. So like he says, it is what it is. Hey guys. Hey, the exciting thing that's going on, and I think this is going to be big, Coinbase IPO. Now, as much as I'm not a big fan of Coinbase and how they operate and move within the crypto space, this IPO could be huge. This IPO for Coinbase is the first in the space of the cryptocurrency space. And that leads us into our second article about Coinbase IPO. And so this is going to be huge, guys. I think this could be huge.
It can be, man. You know, a lot of, you know what, it really is huge, because we all know, as much as we hate or dislike the centralized platform, and we all know, as you know, that's what Coinbase is basically like centralized. When you add a coin to it, it generally gains some dollars immediately. You start seeing an impact if you're a holder of that coin. Would you agree with that statement?
Yes. Oh yeah, I would.
So, but here we go. Coinbase to become publicly traded, announced proposed direct listing of shares. So we're talking about an initial coin offering for those who want to know what an ICO is. Leading cryptocurrency exchange Coinbase Global said it intends to become a publicly traded company pursuant to a proposed direct listing of its Class A common stock. On December 17th, 2020, Coinbase announced it had officially submitted a draft registration from Forms S1 and U.S. Securities Exchange. The S1 is not yet publicly available. The form announced Thursday included details to when the stocks will be listed under the ticker. Coinbase recently announced it had 90 billion in assets on the platform at the close of 2020 and 43 million registered users. So got quite a bit right there.
So we know, do you know what it'll be listed? I don't know. We'll have to find out what it's going to be listed. I'll be frank, guys. I will be one of those guys that's buying this Coinbase stock because I think it's going to be huge. I've heard high numbers of, coming out that it could go as high as $200 coming out the gates. I would venture to say that it's going to be a lot of people that's going to, try to get on this IPO as fast as possible and get on this Coinbase, because it is the first publicly listed centralized exchange to be on the stock and do an IPO. So it's big for the space, but it's also, like you said, 90 billion in assets on platform and 43 million registered users. That's the kind of speculation you bet on.
Oh, yeah,
Got that? So we're getting excited. I'm excited about that. I can't wait to see that come out.
I mean, you look at the users there versus on Robinhood. 13 million users. So Robinhood got the right name. But like I said, from their actions this week. So like I said, we'll find out. Keep your ears low, and we'll see when this happens, when this drops. I don't know what it offering will be at, but
guys, so much news yesterday. And the third news coming out yesterday is Cardano, Grayscale listed or registered with Delaware and with the Delaware securities for a trust in Grayscale. For a trust for Cardano, our ADA. Guys, this is huge. As you know, Southeast Staking is a Cardano staking platform, staking pool, stake pool. And we are excited and fired up about this. As you know, we're a country boy bullish on Cardano. And we believe that this will be big. This right here, to me, is bigger than a listing on Coinbase. What you think?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's going to be big. It's going to be huge. I mean, it's exciting right now because obviously we just got through talking about when things are listed on Coinbase, what happens. Obviously, we've seen what happened when Grayscale start creating these trusts, how people seem to flock to them, and how Grayscale seemed to pump all this money into them. So obviously, I think you'll see the coins start to go up. Now, when I say that, you see the price rise, and obviously you'll see a bunch of them coming off of the market there.
Yeah. So for our new people, maybe listening, what Grayscale is basically a Wall Street fund in which they charge a premium and they go buy the crypto for you, and you basically invest in a trust. Now they can, let's be honest before we start reading the article, they can apply for a trust or incorporate one of these filings with these other coins without actually promoting or having one, because you can just basically file it and just sit there. So it's done a lot for Ethereum, but the thing about it too is when you buy these, when they're buying them with Grayscale, they're not buying to sell it at, okay, Cardano's at 35 cents, we're going to sell at 40. No, they're buying it and they're holding, and they're looking at long-term growth. So this is huge for the Cardano community. Let's jump into the article.
All right, crypto investment powerhouse Grayscale manages over $24 billion in assets through trust for Bitcoin, Ethereum, and other major cryptocurrencies. New filing suggests it looks like it extended the list on Wednesday. Grayscale incorporated new trust for Polkadot, Aave, Monero, Cosmos, Atom, EOS, and Cardano ADA. According to the Delaware Division of Corporations, all 6 of these entities were incorporated yesterday. Grayscale trusts have become a popular way for investors to get exposure to cryptocurrencies without having to trade them directly. They behave a little like a traditional ETF, though they don't pay out dividends, and there's a 6-month lockup period for all money you put in the trust. Premiums also create opportunities for appealing arbitrage plays. So they're locking your money up for obviously 6 months. So that's one of the ways, obviously locking your money up, they're making the interest off of that. And you can't get back out of it for 6 months. So that's what is going on with Grayscale when people ask, how does it work?
Now, but let's think about this. Numbers come out on what coins or altcoins are they, what's being staked. So 70% of Cardano coins is currently out right now is staked, meaning also being, I won't use the word locked up, because when you stake with Cardano, they're not locked up. You have access to them at all times. But basically, these people have put these coins away and saying, we're going to keep them for long term. Now, if you got a company like Grayscale come along and they list ADA and you have a mandatory lockup period of 6 months, and 70% is already locked up, do you understand how the supply demand for this coin could shoot the price up? You could mess around and see, and then if you're selling your ADA, it may be going straight to Grayscale, and you may not get it because when they lock it up, it's 6 months.
Hey, do you know what they could do? How much money they could profit from in 6 months? And now we understand how they pop out one day and all of a sudden bust $100 million on Bitcoin in a day. I mean, think about all that Bitcoin that they're acquiring for people and locking up, and what the coin playing the market like they are. They're making out like a bandit. Ain't no question about it.
Oh yeah, but they're doing all the work, and that's the thing too, is that when you got these third parties that basically, okay, you don't want to remember a code. You don't want to have to write down a 12-word phrase. You don't want to have to do all that stuff. You don't really want to have to learn it. Okay, well, I'll just go invest in a Grayscale trust fund that does it, and I basically buy options. Now, I'm not upset with that. I understand it. That's their will. That's their free will. That's a part of, getting to make your own decisions. I think it's going to be great for the space. It's great for early adoption, but because it allows people an entry point, as some learn and some don't want to learn about it. It allows them to have an onboard and an out and an exit.
Yeah, and you're right on that.
So I'm all for it. But I understand what this could potentially.
No, you was cutting out. You're cutting out there. I don't know.
Oh, okay. But I understand how powerful. Excuse me. It sound like but I understand how powerful this is for the space and the Cardano community, us included, because of Southeast Staking Pool. Now, and if you have Cardano, you can stake it with us at southeaststaking.io. Now, I don't think that you can stake your Cardano if you buy it from Grayscale, obviously.
Yeah, that's something right there. I don't know about that. That's another thing that might be a pretty something on the back end too that we was talking about the other day with companies, and just like these wallets and exchanges that are people don't know anything about staking. They're buying Cardano and they're leaving it in their wallet. That platform, those exchanges are basically staking your coins for you without your knowledge. So this might be one of those situations. I don't know. I'm just speculating how this would work. I mean, if they start getting high ups bringing in a lot of ADA, are they going to how
they charge a premium? They charge a premium for your coin. So say if it's 35 cents, you may be paying 40 cents per coin. No, it's a 2% premium right now. I think it is. But think of that'd be big if they were staking that. They don't. I don't think that they have their own stake pool, so that means they would have to stake it with someone else.
No, but that's the reason I'm thinking. That's what I'm saying. What if they created their own and didn't? That's what I'm talking about there. What if they created their own and didn't even share that? That's what I'm talking about. Because we got exchanges that are doing that. We got exchanges out here that people don't even know.
This is a security. This is a registered security platform with Grayscale. I don't think that they could actually create their own and do that because they would have to register then again that with the SEC and get approval for that. They had to get approval to be able to create these trusts.
But they can stake. They could actually stake that Cardano in a pool somewhere.
Again, if they do anything other than what they already put in the thing with regards to, they would have to get permission because this is not their funds. So they would, I don't think they could just. They couldn't. It'd be illegal for them to just go ahead and stake your coins because it's not in the. I don't know what's the word to use, but it's for them. Yeah, they get in a lot of trouble for that. But they charge such a premium. They don't really. I don't think that 46% wouldn't even be a big deal because they're charging about that anyway in their premium. So. And shoot, I got friends that have Bitcoin through Cardano. So I mean Bitcoin through Grayscale. So this could be huge. This is going to be huge for Cardano. This could be bigger than even listing on Coinbase because people, the average person comes to Coinbase, but you're talking about thousands and thousands of Cardano, and then they're locking them up for a while, which on top of 70% of the market's locked up because of the stake pool operators and staking. This is going to be huge. What happens if there is a supply issue for Cardano? Whoa.
Hey, there's no more. We got it. Hey, it's there. It shows you what's there, and that's one beauty about it. It ain't the United States Treasury, so they ain't just gonna start just printing more of it.
Yeah, so, exactly. But Cardano does have a limit on how much can be printed.
Yeah.
But then. And then there's only so much that's out. You're not going to be, we dumped 1 million on the market today because there was a supply issue. That ain't going to happen. It works through the proof of stake. And when you mine a block, 1,000 is given for inflation.
I don't like
No,
the way you
those.
said it, man. I don't like the way you said that. We dump $1 million. That seemed like to me you're taking a shot at my people at XRP.
Oh, well, if you know, sometimes they say if a hit dog will holler. so, uh, so I mean that's exactly what they did at points. But so there's an inflation fee for the stake pool operators for in the Cardano network, and they put out basically all the new Cardano that's going to be coming out. Now they could choose to keep that stake, or they could put it out there on the market. That's up to them. With 70% of it being staked, there's not a lot just going straight to the market that after these blocks are being mined. So, but we will see. I think at some point, a lot of the Cardano community start to take profits. Yeah, take profits at some point along this way, because some of them been holding it, like myself, been holding Cardano since it was 2 cents. And there were people that bought Cardano 2 years ago at its height, 3 years ago, when it was 50 cents or a dollar, whatever, that may still be holding it. So this is good for Cardano. This is good for the community. Hats off. So hopefully they'll bring this out and they'll actually create the trust. Right now, with that, just a filing, guys, does not mean that they actually have to have the trust. So we'll see. And they could be watching. That's a good thing. But just on the sheer news of that, create speculation on that speculation can drive up the price. And so people, that's a good thing. All right, guys. So with that being said, we thank you this morning. On this Friday morning, we didn't want to hold you too long. We want to bring you up to date on the latest news around the crypto space, the hype and all the crazy stuff that's going on the last 2 days. And
Mr. Live coming back in. He's back on now since he dropped us here. So we got to talk about that. Mr. Live is here. So
we got
to talk about something exciting.
We're at the coin of the day, Friday. Maybe we should do this every Friday. Have a new coin that we talk about on every Friday. But guys, we're gonna let Mr. Live. He's gonna tell us a little bit, and I'm gonna share my screen about. Let's go. Wait, no, that is not the coin. That is not the one. I'm gonna share my screen. He's gonna tell us a little bit about Klever Coin. There's and right now, guys, we like this is one of the things we like. We like small cap coins, but we also like small price coins. And this one is sitting at 0.005, less than a cent. And the market cap is not very high on it, 24 million. We always look for those ones about 50 million or lower, because we believe that it has a lot of potential to grow. One of the problems that Dogecoin is going to have as it's growing, guys, is that it doesn't have a lot of flexibility or a lot of space in the market cap. Because for it to get to $1, what people don't understand, for Dogecoin to get to $1, that means it has to have a $75 billion market cap. And it's at a $9 billion. That means if it did a $75 billion market cap, it becomes the number 3 coin on coin market cap. Now, could they do this over a week span or something? Yeah, it could potentially happen. But from 9 billion to 75 billion in a week, that's crazy. But I'm going to hush. I'm going to let Mr. Live share with us about Klever.
All right. So, yeah, Klever is it's a very cool coin. It's not really altogether that new. Maybe it's a little over a year, something like that. But basically so Klever has its own app, and what they really want to do is create a secure peer-to-peer crypto wallet for blockchain with support for Bitcoin, Tron, Ethereum, and many other coins. And they're coming out with their own exchange. And so the Klever coin essentially is going to be used as a means of transport for fees on that exchange. So I don't want to say that it's going to do what Binance did, because that's probably not going to happen. But it still has a good chance of having that same type of functionality. But the big thing with Clever is that they use security mechanisms that completely protect the user's private keys. So it makes the private keys and sensitive data available only on the user specific device, utilizing the latest military grade technology for
Whoa,
encryption.
whoa. On the user specific device, meaning that it could actually recognize that it is your phone or your laptop that that this data that's the only place this data can be viewed, right?
Correct.
Specific device. Huh. Okay. Okay.
Correct. Yep. So, they basically have support for Bitcoin and peer-to-peer, and they use SegWit. So it's very different. So for example, if you go on TronLink and you go on TronLink and you go to take your BTC and you go to deposit it into there, it's not going to let you deposit it into there. Now, why is it not going to let you deposit into there? Because when it creates a transaction, the transaction that's being created is off of the Tron network, whereas this Clever is using SegWit, so it's using the actual standard addresses that are provided by Bitcoin, Ethereum, and everything else under the sun. So in other words, if you use a Bitcoin wallet from to deposit into TronLink, it's going to start with the letter T. And so if you went to send the Bitcoin, like say Exodus, for example, if you send it to TronLink, it's going to be like, nope, sorry, can't send, because that's not a valid address.
Yeah.
So you can't send someone. So in other words, you have to actually physically convert it, which becomes annoying. So this takes all the issue out of that. It's got a really smooth, user interface that works very well and seamless. And yeah, it's really, really good.
Awesome. Awesome.
So what
Well, guys,
exchanges, for those people looking for that real fast, what exchanges can they possibly go to figure this going? I know it's got Bittrex, BitTrue, Dignity Finance, and and eToro and crypto.com. So
right, and then you can also buy Clever from the actual Clever app itself. So you can do that too. So you can buy it with a credit card right on the app itself.
okay.
And I believe, if I'm not mistaken, they're going to come out with their own crypto debit card at some point. But you're able to essentially earn interest on your Clever as well when you stake. So you're actually, right this second, you're able to earn 10%, which is a pretty high number. And
10%.
I imagine, yeah. Well,
you can earn 10% on your Clever?
Yeah, it actually was 16% about 5 months ago, a little less than that. It was 16%. But they reduced that to 10% now, because as the coin continues to gain popularity and goes to be a little bit higher in price, the APY usually goes down a little bit. So so now it's actually at 10% that you can get it for.
So man, so what was this coin back then? Obviously we can select on it and go back a year or whatever. It's what hasn't been in play a year from what I've looked at on the data here. It ain't showing a year out. So what was this coin 5 months ago? When you got into
I
it?
don't think it was drastically that much lower, to be honest with you. I mean, it's 0.0057 now. So, but I don't think it was really that.
August, it was 0.00692.
No, there you go. It was higher.
Mm-hmm.
So, but the difference is now that they've actually created a very good interface for the app itself. So the functionality works very quickly and seamlessly, and staking is really simple. It's not hard to follow. And you get a fair amount of coins for staking. Like I mean, in the beginning I had like 270,000 there, and I was getting like somewhere around 59 or 61 a day. So, and that's a fair amount. So imagine that coin goes to, a penny or 2 pennies. So take that and multiply it by how many you've gotten for free by staking, and you can freeze it after 3 days of holding it, and then you can withdraw it 7 days later.
Okay. I noticed there was a good dip there in December, man. People could have got in for 0.3 of a cent or three. Yeah.
Yep.
Sure was December the 8th. Man, that'd have been a prime time right there. So obviously you see where it's at today. We're looking at up a couple points compared to Tuesday, December the 8th.
Yep. It's true.
All righty, guys. Thank you, Mr. Live, for coming on, being our special guest today. I know you had some technical issues there going on, but we thank you for joining us all the way from dirty Jersey. But Klever Coin up 19.29% this morning in the last 24 hours, just shot up so even some more. Do your research, guys. Remember, this is not financial advice. Always get educated. Always do your own research. Because you can get wrecked. So, hey, guys, we thank you for joining us this Friday. Make sure you hit the like button, thumbs up button. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, and then hit the bell button so you know that when we're going live, and then share it with your friends. Thumbs up, subscribe, bell button, share. And then, guys, we want to make sure that you always stand to profit from watching this show. Keep you updated on the latest crypto news. And also, guys, you make sure you have a blessed Friday. Dwight, what can they go to see? Where can they go to learn how to stake with SES?
Oh, man, they can go to www.southeaststaking.io. That's www.southeaststaking.io. SES. Forget the rest. Stake with SES.
SES. All right, guys. You have a great Friday and an awesome weekend. Stay up on the news because it moves fast.
Yes, sir. Fetch your boys crypto. We're out.
We're out. Thank you, Mr. Live.
Thank you, guys.
Appreciate it. All right, guys.